You've heard of fight or flight, but most people, when something threatens them, do neither. Your nervous system doesn't ask your permission before it reacts. It picks from a menu of ancient survival responses, and 3 of them almost never get talked about. If you've ever gone completely blank in the middle of an argument, said yes when every part of you meant no, or just shut down entirely when things got hard, this is why. Freeze. When your brain calculates that fighting won't work and running isn't possible, it doesn't leave you defenseless. It pulls the plug. This is freeze, and it's the reason you can walk into a confrontation ready to say something and come out having said nothing at all. Your heart is pounding, your thoughts are racing, but your mouth won't move. Time can feel slow or strange. Some people describe watching themselves from slightly outside their own body. This isn't you being weak or unprepared. It's one of the oldest defenses in the nervous system, the same one that makes a rabbit go still in front of a predator, because sometimes stillness is safer than movement. If freeze is familiar to you, the way through isn't forcing yourself to speak faster. It's learning to notice the freeze as it starts and using small physical movement, pressing your feet into the floor, uncurling your hands, to remind your body it's allowed to move again. Fawn. This one develops in people who grew up needing to keep someone unpredictable calm, a parent with a temper, a caregiver whose mood could shift in seconds. As a child, you learned that safety didn't come from fighting or running. It came from making yourself agreeable, useful, impossible to be angry at. So you became excellent at reading a room before you even walked into it. As an adult, this looks like people-pleasing, but it runs deeper than just being nice. You say yes to things you don't have capacity for. You apologize for problems you didn't cause. You absorb someone's bad mood and immediately start trying to fix it before you've even asked yourself if it's your job to. Fawning isn't kindness. It's a nervous system still trying to prevent a threat that most of the time isn't actually there anymore. If this is you, the smallest starting point is practicing a plain, unexplained no on something low stakes and noticing how loud the urge to soften it becomes. Flop. This is the response almost nobody names, and it's usually reserved for when a threat feels inescapable and prolonged. The body's last resort isn't fighting or fleeing or even freezing, it's collapsing, going limp. This is where extreme fatigue during a stressful moment comes from, or the strange numbness some people describe during their worst experiences, a sense of floating outside of what's happening because staying fully present felt unbearable. It's the same mechanism that makes some animals go still and unresponsive when a predator has already caught them, an ancient, last-ditch attempt to reduce pain and increase the odds of survival. If you felt this during a genuinely hard period of your life, it wasn't laziness, and it wasn't you giving up. It was your body doing the only thing it had left. Here's the part worth remembering. Fight and flight get all the attention because they're loud. But freeze, fawn, and flop are just as intelligent, just as protective, they're only quiet. Your body was never broken. It was doing exactly what it was built to do with the information it had at the time. Naming which one is yours is the first step to teaching your nervous system that today, that old danger isn't the one it's actually facing anymore. Which one did you recognize? Tell me below. See you in the next one.